everybody, welcome back to another episode of Snark Bait. I'm Christy.
I'm Sophie.
How are you doing this lovely Friday morning, Soph?
I'm okay. It's been a week. I'm a little I don't know, sleep deprived. So I'm excited. It's supposed to snowstorm in New York City this weekend.
Oh, cozy.
No, it's supposed to snowstorm all along the East Coast and the Midwest. So Midwestern, East Coast baby snarks. I hope that everyone, when you're listening to this Tuesday, was able to stay warm and, you know, enjoyed the snowstorm. I'm personally excited because I love a reason to not have to leave the house.
I actually, oddly enough, was thinking about you the other day about just like you living in New York City and the fact that you guys experience snow and going outside and having to bundle up. For instance, the other day in Southern California, it was raining and everyone in the office was like beside themselves. They're like, the traffic's going to be horrible. We shouldn't even be here. Like, this is so annoying. And in my mind, I was like, we're such little bitches.
Yeah.
Like, we don't even understand
Yeah,
what you go through.
you have no idea.
But I'm just
No
envisioning
idea.
you like cooped up in your New York City apartment, like watching the snowflakes fall, Baxter's on your lap.
Uh-huh. That's my dream day. We're supposed to
Yeah.
get like 18 inches of snow. Like it's not like this is not gonna be a little, wintry mix. This is gonna be like an actual, I mean, it's supposed to be at least. We'll see. I'm hoping it actually is so that we get a snow day Monday.
No, I hope it is for you as well. And you guys, a couple of exciting housekeeping items on the forefront that we wanted to discuss. We already talked about it in, I think, last week's DET, but our Substack is officially live. Yes, you heard it. You don't even have to hear us three times in a week. You can actually hear from us four times in a week. How exciting is that?
In your inbox. Yeah, it's called Snark Bite. And it is kind of just bite-size little things we're enjoying, what we're watching. Excuse me. Products that we talk about in the show, sneak peek into upcoming episodes. Just a lot of fun little bites. So you can sign up if you're interested in the show notes. We have the link. So yeah,
Yeah,
I'm excited about that.
substack.com/@snarkbaitpod. So we're really looking forward to connecting with you guys more on there. And you guys, it's so funny. Sophie is a writer by trade. So this is like something that's very exciting for her. I won't speak on behalf of you, but this is where like Sophie can really shine as well. Olivia is also helping us, and it's just going to be like such a fun little ride for us. And I think that so often we talk about things on the show and then we'll get frequently like DM saying, "Hey, what was that product you guys talked about? What was that movie that you guys referred to?" And everything that
Yeah.
we talk about on these episodes, you can get it in kind of a bite-sized link page to identify, oh, that's what they talked about in DET this week, or that's what they talked about in What's the Snark. So we hope this is kind of a way for us to round up the week through this newsletter.
Yeah, and that's kind of where the idea came from because we kept getting DMs and we obviously love when you guys DM us, but we kept getting DMs like, what was that thing that you guys talked about that show or that hair mask or whatever it is that we
Yeah.
talk about. So this is where it will all be in one place, which is very exciting and hopefully convenient for you guys. And yeah, as usual, oh my God, what is with me? I can't stop like, I don't know,
Hiccuping.
hiccuping. As usual, you guys can buy tickets to our live shows in our show notes. We are so excited. What else?
Oh, we had a tour meeting and we like for the first time really wrote down everything, like the format.
The exact order of operations and
It's
the funny segments that we're going to do. We're so excited.
I was cackling. Sophie kind of took the reins and she's like, "All right, came ready. These are the things that I think we should do." And she had like a document and it was so professional. And all of us kind of chimed in, gave our feedback, and we ordered it in such a way where there's obviously Sophie and I talking our,
Doing our
yapping,
thing.
doing our thing, but also we want to engage with you guys as well. And we're doing it in such a way where it doesn't feel like chaotic when people are just screaming things from their seats. Like we're doing it in a way that feels organized and succinct, but gets us an opportunity to connect with you guys at the show. So I
Yes.
think I'm so excited. And let us know if you guys are coming. I've seen some comments already on our Dark Energy tour on our Instagram at SnarkBaitPod of people saying I bought my ticket. I'm going to see you at the LA show. I'm going to see you at the New York City show. And some people have been DMing us too, saying, "Oh, come to Texas, come to Boston." That is in the works. We definitely want to expand the city tours, but for now, we wanted to, it's our first go at it, so we wanted to make sure that the shows were good quality rather than high quantity. So we really look forward to seeing you guys in LA on May 15th, New York on June 12th, and Chicago on June 14th.
Yes. So we are so excited to see you guys. Like Christy said, show notes. Link is there. So hopefully we will see you. We're so excited. It's going to be so much fun.
And tomorrow on the Patreon, we're talking about celebrity encounters, the surprising, mean celebrity encounters, the unsurprising people. I think you guys all know who I'm talking about, J Lo.
Kendall
Some
Jenner.
Kendall Jenner, some nice interactions, of course, and then also like a quick rapid fire of Sophie and I's best and worst celebrity encounters. So more on that on patreon.com/snarkbaypod, where we issue Wednesday bonus content and ad-free episodes. So without further ado, Sophie, where would you like to lead us into this week's episode?
I feel like we need to circle back to the Beckham family feud. We obviously did when this news broke that Brooklyn Beckham took to Instagram stories to really fucking call out his parents. We immediately took to the mic, did our emergency episode, and I was a little bit surprised by how many people were on Brooklyn and Nicola's side. And I think that maybe I'm admitting to having a bias, I think. We've heard so many bad stories about Nicola, and we grew up with the Spice Girls as millennial women. So I think we might be biased. We might be partial to Victoria Beckham and maybe biased against Brooklyn and Nicola. But the more research I have done and the more I have been listening and learning, I think that I understand why so many people are on Brooklyn and Nicola's side. And it's because the black sheep of the family is usually the black sheep for a reason. It's due to potential mistreatment, potential abuse. Um, and I think that Brooklyn took like such an extreme step here. He felt like he had no other choice. So like I do sympathize with him. I just like want to make that clear because I feel like some comments were saying that we didn't have enough empathy for Brooklyn's side, and I completely understand where they're coming from. And honestly, it's just like a sad situation all around. I think from the get-go, I've just said this is a sad situation. I can see both sides of it. And I think now, really thinking about why is this person a black sheep of their family? Why have they felt so ostracized that they had to publicly call them out and not have a relationship with his family anymore? Like, that's serious. So I don't know. How are you feeling about, the Brooklyn feud or
Yeah.
the Beckham family feud?
Yeah, so we did get some comments like on Spotify saying exactly what you said. I wish there was more empathy. This is a bit of a tone deaf response, and I wanna like validate first and foremost Brooklyn Beckham's his feelings and his experience growing up in the family that he did. It certainly was no picnic. And I think that we all joke that we would love to live or come from wealth and have it easy and not have to work and da 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 da. Yes, we joke about that. But I think it's a lot more difficult than we would even begin to understand. I
Hmm.
certainly would never understand what he has gone through. And I think where I was coming from when I said I don't want to air out family matters, obviously, I'm not saying that if a family member is abusing you, let's say physically, emotionally, sexually, whatever that looks like, you should absolutely feel it is within your power and you should be using your voice to speak on those matters. I think where I was more so coming from was from my own isolated point of view. Like I was talking from my own critical lens and honestly, culturally in Asian cultures, we are just far more private when it comes
Hmm.
to family matters. So I was speaking from my own point of view, my own learned experience, and excuse me, lived experience when I made that comment. That's not to say that if you are suffer at the abuse of a family member, you shouldn't speak up. Of course, you should speak up, and I think
Yeah.
it's very empowering to do so. And I know it's it's just it's much more common, I think, in Caucasian families to break away from your families, and it's more culturally accepted. And I think in Asian cultures, however, it's you just never hear of that. So I think when I was speaking on that matter, it just comes from my own lived experience, and I think that it does come from a place of privilege in the way I was speaking.
Hmm.
Like I have a good relationship with my family. And I couldn't ever imagine being in that position, but that's because I was never forced to be in that position, if that
Right.
makes sense. So that all comes from a very much a place of privilege. And I don't want any listeners of the show to think that the way that I was speaking on Monday of last week means that it's a blanket statement for anyone that has been abused by their family. I just want to make that super clear because I don't think I was clear enough. And above all else, you need to take care of your own well-being, your mental
Yeah.
health. And if that means disowning your family, then so be it. Like, good on you. And I think to your point, and of course, in Brooklyn's case, it's the most extreme example because he has been
Hmm.
under the limelight since he was born. He was forced
Yeah.
his hand in this life that he didn't ask for, and he's protecting himself and his family now. So
Hmm.
I think two things can be true. Like I think that it sucks that he's had to blast his family. Now this relationship will be irreparable, probably, but
Hmm.
also it's not fair. Also, what he's been through too, and why is he
Yeah.
so averse to his family right now? That just doesn't come out of nowhere. So does that
Yeah,
make sense? I don't know.
exactly.
I was kind of like
No.
wrestling with a lot of this the last couple of days because I did see everyone's comments, and I don't want to make it seem like I was invalidating anyone's experience with their own families.
Yeah. And I think you said it perfectly that, he is cutting his family off for his own mental well-being. We should be doing nothing but like applauding that. I think that it's okay for us to admit that we have implicit biases against, Brooklyn and Nicola because of the stories we've heard about Nicola, because of Brooklyn's uh photography book, his cooking segment
Yeah.
on the Today Show or whatever. Did you see this where he makes a breakfast sandwich?
Yes. Never been done
But
before.
that's never been done before. But that's not to say, obviously, that his experiences aren't real and valid. And actually, in fact, some articles that have come out, I think in like the Daily Mail or the Sun, so like take it with a grain of salt, said that his account of the wedding dance, the infamous wedding dance, and by the way, all of those memes are so freaking funny
Oh,
of Victoria, like this was Victoria Beckham at the wedding, and it's like Lisa Rinna dancing at Andy Cohen's baby shower. Um, I read some accounts that this is 100% what happened. Like he's telling the truth that it made guests uncomfortable when this happened. Oh my God. And the idea of Mark Anthony or whoever it was introducing the most beautiful woman in the room,
Mark Anthony, yes.
Victoria Beckham, my mother, if that happened at my wedding,
No, no, it's completely inappropriate. It's
no,
diabolical behavior. Yeah.
no, absolutely diabolical. And again, like when talking about biases, we did grow up with the Spice Girls, like I said, as millennial women. That was my first ever concert was the Spice Girls. So I think maybe I do have rose-colored glasses on when it comes to Victoria. David, not as much. It's mostly Victoria that I love.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, completely don't want to discount Brooklyn and Nicola's experience. And the more I read about it, the more I am prone to obviously believe them and side with them, honestly, in all of this.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that two things can be true here at once. Like his experience can be very valid, and it can also be heartbreaking for his family to hear this and realize that like they've kind of lost their son.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
It's a sucky you're a sucky person.
You're sucky.
It's a
It's a
sucky
sucky
situation.
situation. It
Yeah.
really is. It's a sucky situation. Did you see that Victoria was apparently on the floor in bits about it?
Oh, really? I
That's how
didn't
she
see
was
that.
described on the floor in bits.
I
I'm
mean,
like, oh my God, I love British people.
I I'm not a mother, but after having spent so much time with my sister and her daughter, Audrey kept saying, like I just love my daughter so much, and there's nothing that she could do that would ever make me disown her. Like, a mother's love is unconditional. So
Yeah, and it sounds like if Brooklyn were to run back to his parents, they obviously would take him back. They'd be like, yeah, they would love that, I feel
Yeah,
like.
I think that's what they kind of want.
That's what they want, but that's not going to happen. Did you also see that Brooklyn and Nicola were they did like a little pap walk on the
Of course,
beach?
of course, I saw that with his arm around her, and I think there was the
It
dog.
honestly like it honestly made me sad. Like it made me feel sad for them. Like it's sad. I think also like with Brooklyn and his like various endeavors, like I just like feel bad for him. Like I feel sad.
Yeah, no, I mean, we talked about this last week where he has everything when it comes to money, but nothing to really show for it, and his purpose, I think, is very watered. I don't think he understands really where his place maybe in the world is, being the son of two icons.
Superstars, yeah.
Yeah, that's like again, we said living in the shadow of your
Yeah.
parents' huge dreams. I mean, Ashley Simpson's journey was difficult, and her sister was just Jessica Simpson. I mean, Jessica Simpson is iconic, but nothing compared to, you know.
Victoria and David. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I mean, yeah, it's like I said, someone who is a black sheep. And again, I cannot relate to this situation. Thankfully, I have a good relationship with my family most of the time.
Yeah, it's never
And
perfect. Come on. Let's
no one's
yeah.
no one's perfect, let's be real.
Yeah.
But reading from the perspective of, family therapists or psychiatrists that are posting on Reddit, they're like a person who is going to this extreme length, who truly feels like an outsider in their family, who is the black sheep of their family, who is trying to cut themselves off from their family. Like that's happening for a reason. No
Yeah.
one would do that for no reason. So
Right.
again, don't want to discount that. And yeah, it's just all around a sad situation.
The story's developing, and so we'll see.
Yeah.
I feel like, he still has a lot of life ahead of him. Hopefully, maybe if him and Nicola have children, God willing, then maybe he could find himself reconcile. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to take for them to come back together,
Yeah.
but I'm kind of hoping that they do.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. We're praying thoughts and prayers for the Beckham family.
Yeah.
Uh, I quickly also want to talk about the Queer Eye drama. Have you been following this?
Lightly, not as much as you have. And I know you were sending a couple articles on the group chat, but all I can say is not surprised.
Not surprised. Did you ever watch Queer Eye or the new one, the Netflix one, not the original?
Yes, season one and two, I think when it was like
Hmm.
all over
Huge.
Netflix and everyone was watching it. Yes, but I was talking with Sophie offline and we were saying, God, like I can't believe this show is still being talked about. But I guess if they're on their last and final season,
Yes.
right? And obviously we know what happened with Bobby, the mistreatment of JVN against his crew and his staff. Like there's been just darkness around the show.
Darkness.
Yeah,
They give me extremely dark energy.
me
Like
too.
that's why I don't watch it anymore. I mean,
Right.
it got kind of repetitive where I was like, okay, we get it. Like how many, freaking makeovers can you do? Like
Right.
but they just give me such dark energy ever since the Bobby fallout. So for context, the Queer Eye cast, Jonathan Van Ness, Tan France, Anthony, uh, what's his name? Not Bobby. Bobby's replacement, Jeremiah. I call him not Bobby. Not Bobby. And then Karamo, who pulls out at the last minute. The Queer Eye cast, the five of them, are supposed to be doing the rounds on talk shows promoting the 10th and final season of Queer Eye. And Karamo, like I said, backed out at the last minute on multiple of these shows. Obviously, very kind of awkward for the cast having to be there when, Gail King is like, so Karamo says that he is not going to make it because he is scared of being bullied by
Mm,
his cast members, to be
yeah.
clear. And it's so funny, like they're all holding hands. Like they all look like distraught. They're holding hands. They kind of just keep it cute. I don't know what Karamo wanted them to do in this situation. I think he wanted to embarrass them. I'm not sure. In any case, he cited years of feeling mentally and emotionally abused and said he was advised by his therapist to skip the live interviews and quote unquote protect his peace. And like Christy said, it's kind of been known for a long time now that JVN, Jonathan Van Ness, who I used to love, by the way, he was like my favorite
Oh yeah,
on the
I mean
first few
he
seasons.
was America's sweetheart.
America's Sweetheart. There was a huge Rolling Stone expose, I think in 2023, and this was when the
Yeah.
Bobby fallout happened, that he was a huge bully, along with Tan, but mostly JVN. I kind of think they're all terrible people, including Karamo, even though I feel bad for him. Karamo has definitely done and said some problematic things, notably the fact that he calls himself a psychotherapist and social worker, even though he doesn't have those credentials, which a lot of people call him out for. But Jonathan, I think, is probably the worst from
Yes.
reports of people who've worked on the Queer Eye set. He was apparently a nightmare to work with. He's described as a monster with rage issues by people that have worked with him, a scary narcissist who would like scream at people. And
What?
you read that expose, right? Or you
I
heard
mean, no,
about
no.
this?
I forgot about these fighting words. Like I forgot
Yes,
the
a
raging
monster,
narcissist. That's
monster with rage issues, narcissist. Like he would scream at people. He would have outbursts. Like he sounded like a freaking nightmare. And this was multiple crew members of Queer Eye
right.
who said this. And then this was in the middle of the Bobby situation, which is when apparently the cast all came together, the other four guys, to continue the show without Bobby and kind of push him out. And again, I don't think that Bobby is perfect either, but I felt bad for Bobby in this scenario. But going back to Karamo, according to TMZ, the falling out resulted from Karamo Brown's mother overhearing Anthony, JVN, and Tan talk shit about Karamo while she was visiting on set. Apparently, she had headphones on and was listening. And when Karamo left, they were talking shit about him,
Hmm.
like his fashion choices, etc., unaware that they were being overheard because their mics were live. So the live mic strikes again. And this tracks, at least with it being those three and not Jeremiah, aka not Bobby, because Karamo also unfollowed all of the cast except Jeremiah. And then Bobby also posted a photo of him like on a fence. He's so cute. I always liked Bobby. Again, I know that Bobby definitely isn't perfect either. But Bobby goes, "How's everyone's week going? Have you seen my new show, Junk or Jackpot?" And then the song choice on the Instagram post is
Wild.
Chapel Roan's My Kink is Karma. And so obviously he was making a statement here. Uh, what are your thoughts, Christy?
I First of all, this picture by Bobby is iconic. It kind of reminds me of that Kim Kardashian meme where she's poking her head out of like the forest and she looks like she's in like camo garb. Do you know which
Yeah, he's like,
meme?
hey, yeah, it's
Yeah,
when she
like
was watching North and Kanye film a music video.
yes, that's what it's kind of giving. Like just popping in. How's it going? I
Hmm.
love this for Bobby. I remember feeling very sad on behalf of him because I do feel the success of the show largely was predicated on his role in the Fab Five.
Oh my
Because
God, yeah, like all of those memes that are like, Anthony, I made guacamole. And then JVN being like, moisturizer is good for your skin. And then Bobby being like, I built you a house.
yeah, exactly. And I feel, was the least popular on the show because he just kind of was more to himself, I
He
felt.
was
And he kind of,
working. He
he
was
was working.
actually
No,
working.
exactly. He was actually working and putting his head down and like making the show as successful as it was. But it was almost like this, I don't know, he never got the credit he deserved. So I was really happy when he decided to take a break from it and step away from the cast. And then the JVN thing, it reminds me of the Ellen effect where you have this person that exudes
Mm.
kindness and generosity on screen and you're feeling like I could be friends with this person and they're the most generous on camera, but once the cameras are down they become an absolute terror. Ellen DeGeneres, James Corden, which
Yep.
interestingly enough I was doing research for the Celebrity Encounters, James Corden continuously.
Anyway, you were talking about James Corden, how everyone says he's a freaking asshole.
Yes, but I think that JVN has always given me incredibly insidious energy. I don't know, people that always are trying to convince you to exude happiness. Why? Like, are you happy though? It was too much. I don't know. It just felt so overdone. And I just feel so badly for Karamo. And the fact that he had to be told by his mother that his friends and coworkers were talking about him on hot mic,
Yeah. Yeah.
humiliating.
Yeah.
There's something
Humiliating.
like, and you know what's shitty? I feel like Anthony, JVN, and Tan, they have really ascended in their fame since the show. And I feel like while Karamo and Bobby and not Bobby are
Hmm.
also fabulous and popular, they haven't really received as many uh, what's the word? Opportunities, I feel like, as the other three. And maybe that has also gone to their head. They're like,
It's
oh, well, we're the
definitely
stars of the
it's
show.
definitely gone to their heads. Fun fact, actually, I interviewed Tan right before Queer Eye premiered, I believe in
Wait,
2018
what?
or 2019. He had less than 10,000 followers. He was super nice. So that's my experience.
Oh,
Speaking of
wow.
celeb encounters, he was nice, but I do think that the fame has totally gone to their heads. And like you said, like Anthony freaking hangs out with like Taylor Swift now and
Yeah.
like Gigi
Gigi.
Hadid.
Yeah. So is
Uh,
Tan. Tan is always
Tan,
hanging
yeah,
with
Tan
Gigi.
hangs out with Gigi. I think they co-hosted some show together on Netflix that I never watched. JVN also was kind of like the standout star. But I totally agree with you. There's something deeply nefarious about someone who is like, who exudes sunshine and rainbows, but it reads as
Oh,
disingenuous.
so disingenuous.
Like there's a veneer there. And I think that JVN does fall in that category with James Corden and Ellen. And also, like we talked about this, I feel like on our Matilda Djerf deep dive. And Matilda Djerf is a Swedish influencer who there was a whole scandal with how she was apparently mistreating her employees. Listen to our deep dive on her. But when it's revealed that someone is mean behind the scenes, like, there's no going back from that, at least in my eyes. Like, I'm like, this person's an asshole. Like, I get the ick. Like, and I know that's not like groundbreaking, but I feel like there are some things you can kind of like maybe come back from in the public eye. But like, look at Ellen DeGeneres and James Corden. They've
Yeah.
like all but disappeared. And I know
Yeah.
that's probably an exaggeration. I'm sure someone's going to be like, well, James Corden is doing voice work for the Trolls movie or like something like that. That's not what I mean. Like he's not
Yeah.
hosting the Oscars anytime soon,
Yeah.
like he used to.
The reputation has truly been tarnished and they'll still be, raking in the cash, but their relevancy and their really glossy veneer is
Yeah.
will never come back.
Yeah.
And that's
Eh,
to their own fault.
Yeah. And now with Queer Eye ending after the season, like, I don't know. Are they still going to get the same opportunities? Are they still going to have the same level of relevancy? And I'm talking about all of them. I don't know. I would be fine with honestly never hearing about them again because they sound so fucking toxic.
Yeah. No, me too. I don't really want to uplift or follow people who bully their coworkers so badly to the point where they don't want to show up to press junkets. And
Yeah.
like, which is part of their contract, I'm sure. They're probably, I don't know, he could be foregoing money by not attending these things, but he
Yeah.
has to take care of his mental health. Like something pretty serious has to be going on.
I know. And then like I've also seen the other side of the coin where people are like Karamo is so unprofessional for doing this. Um he's putting them in such an awkward position. There are other ways to pull out of a press junket to put them on the spot and make them feel awkward. Like sure, I don't think Karamo handled it perfectly either, honestly, but I don't know. There's something deeply nefarious about JVN and by proxy Tan and Anthony because I feel like they're the big three. And I'm automatically going to side with the outsider here. Kind
Yeah.
of like what we were saying about Brooklyn Beckham to an
The
extent,
underdog.
where it's like this person feels like a pariah. Why? Like, why does this person feel ganged up on? Why do they feel like a pariah? Like, look what they did to Bobby. I'm
Yeah.
always going to be Team Bobby, by the way, when it comes to what happened. Uh, but yeah, let us know what you guys think. What are your thoughts on the Queer Eye drama? Because am very, I think I'm ready for this show to end, and I'm kind of ready for these toxic men to go away.
Yeah. History is repeating itself and I'm fatigued.
Yeah.
I no
Yep.
longer want to hear about this group.
Yep.
Sorry. We've said it before and we'll say it again. Lola blankets are the best blankets in the game. And with Valentine's Day coming up, they make the absolute perfect gift for anyone in your life. Seriously, if you need an easy, foolproof layup of a gift, nothing says I love you like a Lola blanket. Because let's face it, flowers die, chocolates disappear, but Lola blankets are forever. Seriously, this is a long-term gift for a long-term love. They're machine washable, double hemmed, and made to last for years. No shedding, no pilling, no delicate care instructions. Just a gift you can actually enjoy with your partner every single day, whether it's a movie night or a slow Sunday morning. The love of your life, or even your BFF, or sibling, or mother in law, or bestie's new baby, deserves the best. And Lola blankets are not only the softest blankets you'll ever feel, they also look freaking chic and add a luxurious touch to any room. Take it from me. Lola blankets are already my go to gift, and they hit every single time, even for my hardest to shop for friends and family members. For a limited time, our listeners can get 40% off select Lola blankets with code SNARK at checkout. Just head to lolablankets.com and use code SNARK. After you purchase, they'll ask where you heard about them. Please support our show and let them know that we sent you. Wrap yourself in luxury with Lola blankets.
Guys, I'm a new woman. Suddenly, I love to cook, and it's literally all because of Caraway. I seriously am so happy they're a sponsor. I swear, Caraway truly lives up to the hype. They're easy to clean and so much lighter than that other cookware brand. You know the one. That's what we were using before, and now we only reach for our Caraway, seriously. Caraway just makes the concept of cooking so much less overwhelming to me. Draining pasta doesn't have to be an arm workout anymore. Cleanup doesn't have to be a 2 hour scrub fest. Seriously, food slides right off every single time. They're also oven safe. I also obviously live in a tiny New York City apartment, so I love how clutter-free their cookware sets are. Their 12-piece set comes with a complimentary storage organizer, so our kitchen stays tidy. And did I mention they're non-toxic? I love knowing every one of their items is made with non-toxic coating, free from forever chemicals, and third-party tested. Caraway's cookware set is a favorite for a reason. It can save you up to $190 versus buying the items individually. Plus, if you visit carawayhome.com/snark, you can take an additional 10% off your next purchase. This deal is exclusive for our listeners, so visit carawayhome.com/snark or use code SNARK at checkout. Caraway, non-toxic kitchenware made modern.
Okay, I want to move on to talk about Ashley Benson. I forget, remind me of two things. One, were you a Pretty Little Liars fan? And two, have you heard about the discourse about Ashley Benson and OnlyFans?
Yes. Okay. So I watched like season one of Pretty Little Liars. I know you were like obsessed with it.
Obsessed.
I did see this that she has been DMing pretty girls on Instagram, trying to recruit them for OnlyFans. And mind
Yes.
you, she is married to a billionaire. Her husband is, what's his name
Brandon
again?
Davis, oil, heir to an
Brandon
oil
Davis,
tycoon billionaire family,
aka Greasy Bear. Yeah.
aka Lindsay Lohan's a fire crotch.
Yep.
You guys know the one.
Yep.
So, if you guys aren't aware, this girl came out with receipts, a screenshot on TikTok of Ashley Benson DMing this girl saying, "You are so gorgeous. I just saw one of your posts and I had to tell you, red heart." And the girl responded, "Ashley Benson, what are you doing here?" Heart hands emoji. And then Ashley Benson comments, "That was cute, but seriously, I think you have a lot of potential. If you're ever open to exploring more opportunities in the creator space, I can intro you to the team that I work with." And people were saying, what team? What creator space? Are you referring to connecting her with a team that manages OnlyFans creators? And people, of course, were saying this feels like she's pimping someone out, Ghislaine
Hmm.
Maxwell style. What exactly is happening here? And apparently, this is actually a business as part of sex work. You can have management companies basically manage the creator and basically help them with their business. What the creator has to do is focus on the content, take photos, look hot, and apparently these companies can exploit their subscribers, these OnlyFans subscription subscribers, where they promise, oh yeah, you're going to be chatting with this hot girl when in fact they're like offshoring their resources to like these people in India or the Philippines to chat with these subscribers pretending to be the woman. And basically they take a cut of whatever the OnlyFans creator receives and then they share the rest of it, the earnings with the creator. And one, I feel like this has always been a business model, like in webcams. I feel like even before OnlyFans became a thing. But I feel like what's really bizarre about Ashley Benson doing this is, like we just mentioned, she is married to an oil tycoon family, a billionaire family. She has no business trying to start her own side hustle managing OnlyFans creators. Why is she doing this? And something about Ashley Benson, what's really sad is I've really liked her throughout Pretty Little Liars. I thought she had a really strong career path after that show wrapped. And we've talked about this before. It seems like the girls kind of fell off after PLL, with the exception of Shay Mitchell, who's really been able to build an empire. She's become like a professional influencer, a founder of Base
Hmm.
Luggage, all the things. Ashley Benson, however, she kind of slipped into, I don't know, just
She was in remember when she was dating Cara Delevingne, and it seemed like she was just like in the socialite category. Like she was just
yes.
like going to parties and hanging out with Hollywood stars, but wasn't really acting.
Yes, and kind of takes me back to her relationship history. So, if if you know, you know, she was dating this guy named Ryan Good back in her Pretty Little Liars days. He was part of Justin Bieber's entourage. They broke up. She got together with James Franco when they were filming Spring Breakers in, I think, 2014. Then she got together with G-Eazy after he had broken up with Halsey, after Halsey's crazy allegations of abuse that she endured at the hands of G-Eazy.
Hmm.
Then she goes on to date Cara Delevingne. And then, of course, now she's married to Brandon Davis. If you look at her history and pattern of relationships with men, it seems like she often attaches herself to kind of these seedy, narcissistic, kind of abusive men. And then Cara Delevingne, obviously, she had her own struggles with substance use at one point. And I just feel like Ashley Benson has seen herself in these circles that aren't necessarily the best influences, maybe. And I always remember those blind items that on the set of Spring Breakers, Ashley and Vanessa introduced Selena Gomez to drugs, and that's how Selena kind of crept into her own addiction spiral. Those are all allegations, but something about Ashley Benson gives me a lot of pause, and I don't know. I just feel badly because she's like some chick from Orange County who I feel like was a really pretty face, started modeling at a young age, got her big break on PLL, was in these socialite circles, but now she's like, she weaves herself into like a darker and darker path, and I don't understand why. I guess that's my biggest question is
Yeah.
what are you doing here?
Why? Yeah, it's not like she needs the money.
Exactly.
Like, but she's pimping out girls potentially for fun, like just as like a passion project, a side
Right.
gig.
And she just had a daughter. She posts about her daughter frequently. Her and Brandon Davis were just at the Four Seasons of Maui. Like they seem like a very wholesome family on Instagram. And then I see these screenshots and receipts of her reaching out to these girls blindly. I don't know. Ashley Benson, I want the best for you. Let's get you back on that horse to start working. Not
Yeah.
working in the way that you want to manage OnlyFans creators, but let's get you back on the horse to be in serious
Yeah.
films.
Yeah, let's get you. I want to talk about Southern Charm.
Oh
Did
my
you
God.
watch this week?
I watched this morning as I was getting ready for this
Okay, good.
episode because I knew that you
Good.
wanted to talk about it, so I wanted to make
Yes.
sure I could contribute.
Okay, okay. Good. I'm so glad. So, nice work.
Thank you very much.
That's what we pay you the big bucks for. Okay, so for context, you guys, if you're not caught up on Southern Charm, basically Austin is dating this girl Audrey, and he clearly has some sort of what's the attachment style that we would
Avoidant.
avoidant. He is just, not in it and keeps talking about not really being fully in it and needing to probably break up with her. And he's talking, like, I feel bad for her, obviously.
Oh
And
my God, yeah.
also, she's stunning.
Beautiful, stunning, smart, cool. Like I love her.
Oh my God, body is tea.
Yes. Face
Like,
is
oh my,
tea, hair
that
is
that
tea.
white party outfit. Oh my
Oh
God,
my
she
God.
is so out of his league.
No,
Like,
I know.
she is
She is so
stunning.
pretty. Yeah.
So essentially, Austin is having doubts about this relationship, and they're also long distance. So she's like not always there, and it seems like he likes it better when she's not there. Not good signs, obviously. And he's talked to people about his doubts, including Craig. But here comes Craig. I'm sorry, and you guys can disagree with me. I feel like this might be a hot take. Craig is a pussy bitch because Look, I completely agree with him that Austin shouldn't stay with Audrey if he
Sure.
doesn't see a future with her. But that's Austin's decision to make, and that's Austin's fucking business. And yes, Austin obviously fucked up for talking to everyone but Audrey about the fact that he wants to end the relationship. Like I felt really bad for Audrey when I was watching. I was like, oh my God, this is gonna suck for her to see one day. But Craig, it's not Craig's business. It's not Craig's relationship. And Craig is not righteous for whining in his whiny ass voice that Austin is this or that. You know, like it's
Austin.
literally Austin.
Like yeah,
Uh,
that's
Austin, it's not fair to her. I
that is
think
how he
that
talks.
Craig thinks that he is a martyr because he got dumped.
1,000,000%. Sorry, really quickly, whose voice, Baby Snarks, let us know, is more annoying between me, Sophie, and Craig? Vote.
Oh,
Actually, don't vote.
I'm
Don't
don't
vote.
vote. It's gonna be me. I know it's gonna
No,
be
it's gonna
me.
be me.
I know it's gonna be me. But yeah. So I think that Craig needs to mind his own fucking business. He's just so annoying, and I cannot believe that first of all, Charlie gives him the time of day. Like Charlie is so pretty and cool. Like, what is she doing even speaking to him? I thought the same thing with Paige. Like, what do girls see in Craig? I'm sorry. I know that he like sure from the outside is like conventionally attractive. Does that make up for the worst personality of all time? What were your thoughts on this, Christy?
No, first of all, kind of harkening back to the Audrey conversation, the end of the episode when Austin and Sally are, I think, as Craig said, belly to belly, and
Yep.
Audrey, poor Audrey, is sitting in her loans, like by herself
So
at this
sad.
table while her boyfriend flirts with this girl who's like low key kind of home wrecking. And I did not like how Audrey even pointed out, interesting, like everyone has come up to me and approached me. Like you can tell everyone in Charleston loves Audrey. You can tell by the way that they're
Except
approaching her at the
Sally.
party. They're obsessed with her. They're like, she's so cool. She's normal. Then you have Sally, who refuses to even acknowledge that she's even attending this party. I
Yep.
found that to be very mean girl. And the
Hmm.
fact that Sally was hanging on him like she was so
Yep.
confidently when his girlfriend was a mere 10 feet away,
Yep.
that gave me a really bad feeling in my stomach. Like
Yep.
I would have gone to war if I were Audrey or if I were one of Audrey's friends. I would have freaked out.
Yeah.
Did not like that.
Yep.
Number two, I think you're spot on about Craig feeling like he's such a martyr and he needs to stand up for all people that are in relationship whose partner doesn't want to marry them. It's like Craig, like,
Mind your fucking
yeah,
business.
he just is. It's such a projection,
Yeah.
and I think Craig lacks so much self-awareness that I don't even think he sees that he is. It's like self-interested. It's not him trying to stand up for Audrey's rights.
Yeah.
Like he just wants to make it about, he wants to take it back to himself. Well, when
Mm.
Paige didn't want to marry me, I see that in Audrey. It's like, no, you don't. You just want to make it about yourself. Like, shut up. And I
Yeah,
get it.
exactly.
Craig looks good. Like I see it. I know he's objectively incredibly handsome. He's looking better than ever. I know. Okay, it hurts me to say this too. Okay, I
But his
understand.
personality.
Right. Like but
I'm
I think
sorry.
Charlie wants to collect the check. I think she's like, listen, she's
Yeah.
playing it way smarter than Vanita is right now. When Vanita is
Mm.
literally making an effort to dissociate herself from the star of the show,
From
whereas
the
Charlie,
entire cast, where
yeah,
she just walks out of parties
no,
and
it's
group
like
scenes.
don't get me started on
She
Vanita.
needs
It's
to
like
stop. Vanita needs to stop.
it's a pain. It's painful, and I was like dying when her mom goes, "Well, that was kind of mean. Why would you say
Yeah.
that?"
Yeah. When she was talking about how she told Sally, like, don't come crawling back to
Oh my God,
me
stop.
when Craig, hurts you. And then after Craig shut Sally down or rejected her, she was like, I told you so.
Vanita was ecstatic.
I know.
No, no, it's
It's
like Sophie, like it actually like, pained me to watch that episode. I literally in my living room went, "Ugh, why
I know
she
there's something very off about the way that Vanita feels
about
what's the word?
Sally?"
Possessive.
Hmm.
She feels possessive over Sally, and it's weird. Sally is also a weirdo, like you said, for not being nice to Audrey and clearly trying to steal Austin.
No, it
I
was
think that
uncomfortable.
I think that Sally is extremely desperate for a showmance. Truly. I think that she just wants
A
whoever it is, but
showman's.
Austin especially. I don't know if you saw that Charlie was on Watch What Happens Live the other night,
Yes.
and there was like a Q&A that Andy was asking, like true or false or something. Austin and Sally are the same person or soulmates or something like that. And you could see Sally was actually in the audience and she was like blushing so hard. You can tell that she's obsessed with Austin. But poor Audrey.
Gross. I don't know.
But it's not. My point is, like, I completely agree that Austin is fucked up for how he's handling the situation with Audrey. But my point is, it's not Craig's business.
No.
And the fact that he's taking it so personally and acting like it's a slight, like his friendship now with Austin is affected by Austin's relationship choices is so dramatic and insane. I feel like he's such an exhausting person. It's no wonder that I
Yeah.
feel like he like doesn't have friends.
Yeah. And I think that it makes me look at Austin differently, how he was treating Sally in front of Audrey. Like, I have really
Yeah.
liked Austin, and it made me really grossed
Yeah.
out by him hanging on another woman with his girlfriend again, 10 feet away. I
Oh,
was like, what are you
totally.
doing? You're such a moron. Like, you have this beautiful, cool girl, and you're making her look so stupid. Well, no, let me back up. He's making himself look absolutely dumb. Like, I just
Yeah,
didn't like that at all with Austin. I was like, made me really turn myself off to him by that behavior. It's like you could tell he got
totally.
messily drunk and made himself look a fool.
Totally. And speaking of psychotherapists on Reddit, I actually saw a really interesting thread about the fact that we've been talking about this a lot with the Nick Vile, Natalie Joy interview that Austin did about his sister's tragic passing and how his attachment style might be related to that trauma.
Yes.
Like the way that he said, I'm scared that I'm scared to take like the last step of my life. And I think that there's maybe part of him that is like, as soon as he settles down with a woman, he's closing the chapter on his childhood, maybe. I just thought it was really interesting. It could be a stretch. And obviously it's not fair to bring other people into his trauma and
Right.
that he needs to work on healing himself first before he gets into any relationship, which I believe he is in therapy. He talks about it on the show. I think we've seen it on the show. But I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah,
And I think
yeah.
it actually makes sense.
I've heard that theory as well. And yeah, I can't even begin to understand, God, how devastating that is. But I mean, that kind of feels like that's a reasonable explanation.
Yeah.
But I want Austin to be happy, and I love his parents. Like, I feel like his parents
I
need their own show.
know. I know they're so sweet. And
They're
also like
cool. Like,
his little sister, like you
oh
could
yeah.
tell also how she was like, not loving the fact that Austin was talking this way about Audrey.
No.
So yeah, I do want the best for Austin. Like I know that he's no angel either, sweetheart, but I think that there's a reason he probably acts the way he does. And I don't know, I have a soft spot for him.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And I have no soft spot for Craig.
I mean, we're blocked by Craig. There's no love lost there.
Blocked by Craig. I have no tolerance for Craig, actually. Zero tolerance policy. Zero tolerance Craig policy.
Like, he could do the nicest like gesture for someone. I'm like, no, he's still a dick. Like, it doesn't override whatever else
And
he's
he's
done.
just like a whiny bitch. Like
He's a
that's how
child.
he's literally a whiny bitch child. Like that's how I describe him. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I do not remotely see the appeal. Okay, so dark energy objects and light energy objects. Shall we get into it?
yeah. Let's do it. What's yours?
Okay, mine is cowlicks. Do
Wait,
you
what's a
ever
cowlick
get
again?
okay when you sleep weird and you have like a section of your hair, the back of your hair that's sticking up? Has
Oh,
that
that
ever
happens to
happened?
me every single morning.
How do I avoid them? How do I? Because I'm so fucking sick of waking up with a cowlick and then there's no way for me to like style it. Like I don't know what to do. Like I really feel like I'm at a crossroads in my life.
I feel like our baby snarks will know the answer to that because every time we like talk about something like this when it
A
comes to
dilemma.
beauty, yeah, they'll be like, wait, like when you talked about the
What was
just
it? What?
I just thought when you're washing your face and the water gets everywhere, and like
Yeah,
I just thought,
I would rather just shower
and then
again.
like then I'm just thinking of that stock photo you put on the carousel. If you guys don't follow us on Instagram, Sophie puts the funniest carousels, and she usually includes like stock photos, and it makes me die every time. This is one of the funniest ones. It was just like a picture of someone splashing their like water on their face. I don't know. It's just
Like, why is washing your face in the sink so
it's
annoying?
traumatizing.
and messy and traumatizing.
No,
Like I
someone
would literally just shower.
so many people were like, "Oh, there's, tools on Amazon. You can wear like gloves." I'm like, "I gotta put on gloves every time I want to wash my face." Like,
Yeah,
make it
people
make
also
sense.
there are like things you can put on your wrist, and I'm
Give me a
like, oh my
break.
God, that's
It's
give
too
me a
much
break. Come
work.
on. Uh, but yeah, that's my current dilemma is cowlicks. I don't know how because I try to sleep with my hair in a ponytail because
Hmm.
I will break out if my hair is all over my face and my pillowcase when I sleep. So I try to sleep with my hair in a ponytail. I've tried a low ponytail, I've tried a high ponytail,
Yeah.
and any way that I sleep, or even I sleep in braids sometimes. I just don't know how to sleep to not have a cowlick. Like I feel like I've
Yeah.
tried everything.
Yeah.
Let me know. It's like the bane of my existence, and I'm so sick of this shit. I'm so close to giving myself a buzz cut. Can you imagine?
I showed you the recording. You don't say anything to me. Like you don't mention it. You
No, I don't mention. I just show up. No, but like that's how sick and tired I am.
No, like sometimes it's just like, I'm ready to lose it all. Like it's just too
Yeah,
much. It's too much
it's too much.
upkeep.
It really is. It really is.
Sophie shows up to the live show with a pixie cut, like after it's grown out of it.
Mia Farrow and Rosemary's Baby. Do you know the reference?
I love that movie's good. That's a classic.
I know, but
That
That was Tyra Banks's favorite haircut
that
when she on
and
America's Next Top Model.
beautiful girl.
Beautiful girl.
Beautiful face.
Yeah, she would always need the girl with gorgeous long brown hair to do like a
Yeah.
short fuck ass pixie cut. Blonde.
No, it's mental. Like it's literally mental.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
this is my DEO. When like I'm at work and I'm talking about a show that like I'm really passionate about, I don't have anything in mind, but like when I'm trying to explain to a coworker, like, oh my God, have you watched this show? No. Have you heard of it? No. And it's just like, well, what am I to talk with you about anymore? Do you know what I mean? It's like I'm
Chrissy,
trying to connect with you.
this happened with me and you yesterday. Do you remember?
Oh yeah.
Okay, spoiler alert, we recorded a future episode
Yeah.
about Survivor.
Yeah.
Chrissy had never heard of Parvati Shallow.
Yeah.
And
And then we
my
like
reaction
three
was
minutes where Sophie's like, no, no, no. You've seen this season. Don't fuck with me.
no. I said, don't fuck with me. Like, she did not know who Parvati Shallow was, you guys. The way that I was like so distraught, you could hear it in my voice. You guys will hear it when this episode
Yeah.
airs. Like, I was
No.
so mad. I was so
Yeah.
mad at you.
Sophie's like, you call yourself a reality TV expert?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
I'm like, who did I go into business with? Who are you? You don't know Parvati Shallow?
Yeah, no, like okay, you understand this then. Like it's like
Yeah, I do.
it's like you want to grab their face and shake them. Like
Yeah.
you need to watch it, please. Like that's how I feel when I talk
Yeah.
about really any show because I work with like people that don't really enjoy pop culture, so they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, never mind. Never mind.
That was
Like,
me actually with Heated Rivalry literally the other day at work. I mean, it's been like over a month now that I've been like, guys, Heated Rivalry, and
oh,
still
I'm
no
not
one
gonna
has
watch it.
watched it. No,
I
Christy,
can't.
I can't believe.
There's too much on my plate right now. It's too much. Traders. Have to do Survivor. I'm not even caught up on Tell Me Lies.
Okay, well, at some point you need to watch Heated Rivalry, and the way that no one gets my references at work when I'm like, I'm coming to the cottage. You'll
Yeah,
know
keep
if
it.
you've seen a Heated Rivalry, obviously, but I feel this. I
Yeah,
do.
I'm sure it's an excellent show. I've heard it's incredible. I
It's
just like
amazing, Christy.
I don't have time anymore. Like it's too much.
Well, at some point you're gonna have to make time.
It's a business. It's a
You are
business.
doing your dark energy object is what you're doing to me right now.
No, and then
Literally.
also me like still watches Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, which is literally the
But that
worst.
no one gives a fuck
No, no,
about.
no,
Yeah.
no, not I can't even tell you what this season is about. It is so atrocious. It is so bad. I can't even believe the show is still on our screen. Mix it up, Bravo. Like I can't do
No,
this cast
it's so
anymore.
bad. I gave up after 2 episodes on this season. And
It's so bad.
mind you, Beverly Hills used to be my favorite
Oh
city,
yeah.
my favorite franchise. Okay, light energy objects. I have two. One of them is Jennifer Lawrence saying, I didn't listen to the whole Good Hang podcast that she did with Amy Poehler, but I saw some clips. And I love Jennifer Lawrence saying this. She was asked what her favorite album like of the year is, and she's like, I don't fucking know any like albums. She was like, radio, how am I supposed to know? We don't like have radio anymore. How am I supposed to know what's coming out? And I'm like, oh my God, I feel this so much. We've talked about this before.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to know what new music there is or what I'm supposed to be listening to without a radio station?
Yeah, I think for me it's like New Music Friday, but I totally get what you're saying. The dropping of a new album I have no awareness of what's going on other than when
No.
Taylor Swift drops one.
Harry Styles, I think, hasn't come
Yes.
out yet or just a single? Or is it the
I
album?
I know he's coming out with something. I don't
See,
know if
I
I'm
don't
just
even know. That's the problem.
yeah, I
That's the
mean
problem. I literally
therein lies
don't
the
know.
issue. Aperture.
Therein lies the issue. And I just love that because I relate so hard. And like Jennifer Lawrence is clearly a fellow millennial woman. We grew up. Oh, it
Aperture is
releases
out, by
the
the way.
album. Okay, no, there's one single out
Single,
called
the single.
Aperture,
Yeah.
but the album Kiss All the Time Disco occasionally comes out March 6th. So, yeah, I don't know anymore how I'm supposed to keep up with what music is cool. And also they just don't make music like they used to in general.
No.
So even when something comes out or like a song is trending on TikTok, I'm like, what is this? You know?
Yeah, and all
I don't
music
know.
is for TikTok virality too.
Oh my God, it's so annoying. Speaking of music, if you guys know me, I don't know if I've talked about it like that much on the show, I feel like, but I'm a huge John Mayer fan of his
Same.
music. I
Same.
don't want to endorse everything he's ever said, like sexual napalm, my dick is a white supremacist. Obviously, don't endorse that. I just love his music. His music means a lot to me. And I actually, oh my God, I feel like have I talked about this before? How when I saw him live, I believe it was 2022 at Madison Square Garden, his band members had COVID. So it was just him and his guitar. It was a fully acoustic show and it was just incredible. Anyway, I have been listening to Room for Squares.
It's so good.
It never gets old. It really never gets old. That is an album that holds up and it's just something that just calms my soul when I listen to it. So
Yeah,
I just
John
needed to
Mayer.
plug that. I feel like I've talked about before how like I listen to podcasts a lot. I try to catch up on TV. I like don't really have time to listen to music that much and I've been trying more because I realize that music is calming. And
Yeah,
it's going to turn your brain off sometimes to just listen to a good album.
I love St. Patrick's Day on Room for Squares. I was just looking at the album. We have talked about this. I think I've seen John Mayer like probably 5 times in concert. Like
Yeah.
he is definitely one of my favorite artists of all time. And I think Room for Squares is a highly slept on album. But I will say I think Continuum, I
Mm.
think is his best album.
Honestly, both of those albums are like no skips for
Yeah,
me.
yeah, but Room for Squares is truly um it's yeah, unmatched. It's
No
really good.
skips.
Okay, my two light energy objects. I am typically a Lululemon girl, but I got this really, really cute and most importantly, comfortable aloe set. It's bright red, and I swear it makes my boobs look so perky. And sometimes I don't like it when the pants when I'm working out and it feels really tight around my waist. Like I like it to feel a little bit more stretchy. And it has this material that is like it cinches your waist in such a way on your boobs where like it's really flattering, but it's also comfortable and doesn't feel too tight. I'm obsessed. I'm gonna link it in the Substack just
Is
because
it
I
the
feel it.
ruched? Is it like the ruched waistband set?
Um, I think yes, I think it is. I'll have to link it,
Okay.
but it's
I think I
so
know which one you're talking
yeah, it's
about.
so comfortable. And I'm telling you, like I don't know, like my body looks very snatched in it, and it doesn't look snatched like that in other outfits, if that makes sense. I'm obsessed with it. Again, link it in the Substack. Okay, number two, I watched Amanda Seyfried's Vogue Beauty YouTube, and she has eczema on her face like I do. So I was like, oh, like I would love to see what products she uses. And she recommended this spray tan. It's like sunscreen where you can spray it on your
Hmm.
body. It's like that, but for spray tan, and I've been using it. I'm obsessed. It's like every time you have to do like your own tan with like Isle of
I
Paradise.
can't because I just fuck it up.
No, me too.
How do you do your back?
You would have to have Henry do it.
But how do you do it?
I just don't.
And you just
Yeah, I just don't. Like and the thing
that's
is,
what trips me up.
it's party in the front. nothing in the back. But with this spray tan, I basically, you have to do it outside, but basically I just spray like I'm spraying sunscreen and
Hmm.
it creates this really healthy glow. And I hate when I do like Isle of Paradise and I'm with that damn mitt and it's like a freaking, it takes like
Mm.
30 minutes and it's so time consuming and it smells and you feel sticky. This doesn't feel sticky. It like just glows and I'm a huge fan. I will also link it
Wow.
in the Substack. But again,
Can you use it on your face?
yes, you can.
Okay. I'm
Amanda
gonna look
Seyfried
into
uses
this.
it on her face. So, and it creates like healthy like glow where it doesn't feel like you have sunscreen on. It just kind of like shimmers. I don't know. Big
Do you have to
fan.
like wash it off?
So you can keep it on if you want it to have like longevity and stay on for a couple
Uh-huh.
days. They recommend just keeping it on. So for instance, yesterday I sprayed it on my arms because
Uh-huh.
I don't really love my arms. Sprayed it on my arms and I went to work, came back home, washed it off, and I'm still like tan on my arm. So you like if you let it stay longer on your skin, it can stay on for a couple days, like normal like spray tan.
Love that. Oh my God, I'm
Yeah,
very intrigued because I'm not
yeah.
an at-home self, even though I love being tan and I love spray tans,
I
I
can't do
always
it.
fuck it up. I
Me
don't
too.
like doing it
I don't
myself.
like doing. I don't like doing it.
So, this is very intriguing to me. Thank you for letting me
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of DET and sorry for the couple of glitches, but we appreciate you guys so much. Again, head on over to our show notes for all the links, discuss Patreon, live shows, all the good things. And we will see you guys tomorrow on Patreon or on Thursday for the main episode. We love you so much.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.